mean, nobody has to. Oh wait, where's our theme? I like how that keeps falling.
At least I got a trophy to fall.
Want me to bring mine?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, why didn't you bring it, Kyle?
Are we even live yet?
Here we are.
I don't see anything yet.
So Wild Hogs is free on YouTube, huh?
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have to watch it.
No, mine's still not. Where's our theme? I like how that keeps falling.
Look what we have here. Couple winners. A couple winners. Yes. Yes. Hello, Barney. Hello, other 3 people. One of them was probably Kyle, so that's really only 2 people. So hello, 3 people.
If you can't keep that still, you should have earned it. I thought you were going to stab me right in the back.
Put it right behind there.
What is it?
Oh. Now you gotta sing it. Does this song mention that Brandon's not here? You should put one. You should have one where that's one of the lyrics. So terrible.
That's why I like it.
I mean, but everybody's coming on and they want to hear this. Oh. Kyle does look disheveled. I thought he just woke up. It's just, you know, he was hardcore racing all weekend. All weekend.
I was at a racetrack every day except Monday.
Yeah.
How did you break that tile?
Murphy.
How was Murphy all the way up there?
He jumps from here up to there.
That's cool.
No, it's not. It's another tile I got to replace. Hey, Dave Bartels. Hey, Skunk
Boss. He wasn't feeling good.
I'm here just making a store run. No distracted driving by me. I don't get that.
He's saying he's
AJ
not.
slow guy. He probably did. Is that our AJ?
Yes.
Why is he slow guy?
Oh, I don't know.
He's usually fast. He was fast yesterday.
You know what was really fast?
What?
How quick he packed up and left.
He did pack up really quick.
I looked over. I'm like, is that AJ? Holy, that was quick.
Yeah.
He's gonna be so mad at me.
Well, we got a special show tonight. Guess who's not here?
I'm literally making a song. Let's see if it works.
So we're probably gonna have a good show, I think.
That's mean.
See, we're already getting hearts when we said, "Guess who's not here?"
Guess who's not here?
I would tell you who it is, but I don't remember their name because it's been so long since I saw them. Do you remember that person?
Preston?
I just saw Preston.
Oh.
A little fella. He let us down. Said he'd show up every time. Now it's just an empty ride. We're playing that song, Preston. Telling you where Brandon is. Hey, I know what would bring him out. If ORC showed up. He'd be all over it then.
It's not,
That's the problem. We need to get Mark Klaus here.
It's very sad how accurate that song was.
It was.
Weeks go by.
If we just had Mark Klaus here, he would show up.
Weeks go by. Still no sign.
No loyalty to us or our team, but to Oval RC.
That's amazing.
No, it's Brandon. So, hello everybody. I'm Aaron. This is Kyle. He's disheveled. He's tired. He's spent a lot of time in the sun, and you can see he's very red. His brain is braked.
My bane?
Your bane is braked.
My bane. That hammer's gonna fall.
What hammer?
The one that's dangling, just pinched against the freaking wall.
That's cool. That's cool. I like it.
No, Brandon. Big surprise.
I'm not surprised.
We can play that song every time he's not here, so we'll play it every week.
Every week. What do we play when he's here?
We don't gotta worry about that.
Yeah. So let's get started talking here about race results. Oh, I got my tongue licked.
What?
My finger. Same thing.
That's just as bad as President going, I need 2 good guys to blow.
Did he find him?
It was him and Chad, so I don't know.
I think he found him. So, Pheasantland on Tuesday night, we got 12T Sportsman
Preston
Mudboss.
says he'd be under the table then if Mark was here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we wouldn't even know he's here.
Welcome to Oral RC.
He'd also have that new Mudboss with him.
There's a new Mudboss?
We'll have to get into that later. Oh, you didn't know?
What?
Oh, there's some new talk for you. You got some news
There's
tonight.
a Mudboss that's new?
Yeah.
How can they come up with something that's new that's already been invented?
Wait till you find out. News at 11.
I'll be probably, I'll be out.
Yeah, you'll probably be dead.
So there's a new Mudboss?
Well,
Is that like the new dirt?
Yeah, it's like the new dirt. So, 12T Sportsman Mudboss.
Can we call that Mudboss?
That's Sportsman
That's
Mudboss.
OG Mudboss now. We can make that the OG Mudboss.
That is the OG. 12T Sportsman Mudboss. Paige Brady
OG
takes a win. Casey Becker
Mudboss.
second. Brian Allen third. 13.5 sprint. Corey Milligan. Kevin Kuzer. Alex Moyer. Big block would be myself.
Wait, what are we going to call that now?
What?
Because you can't call that big block. Step above old OG Mudboss.
Yeah, I'm a step above. So it was me, Jason Durr, MJ, Trails.
Yeah, I don't know.
Trails. So BL2. That's the OG kind of new Mudboss.
That's
OG used to be new Mudboss.
No, that's OG Mudboss with a motor conversion.
Yeah. So we had BL2, Pete Ludwig, Matt Groover, Brett Ludwig. Intermediate.
I don't know what you want to call that anymore.
OG,
not good enough to be with the OGs.
OG novice Mudboss. I'm going to call it that.
Okay.
Jonathan Bolich, Isaac Allen, Travis Falkenberry. Falkenberry.
Is that when Barry used to wreck me? That's what he used to say. Falkenberry.
Falkenberry. Mini Mudboss.
Wow.
That's our new one.
What's that?
Falkenberry.
What's the
Oh, Falkenberry.
So mini OG Mudboss.
Yes.
Okay.
Ray Horning.
Everyone, write this down. We gotta
get the classes right, because if not, there's gonna be a lot of confusion later. Mini Mudboss. Ray Horning. MJ Trails. Alex Moyer.
Nice.
And that brings us to next day of the week.
Was there anything on Wednesday?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Okay, so then we're going to skip to another day of the week.
Whoa, we could do that.
Yeah, time travel, man.
Whoa.
We're going to go to Ultimate RC Pit Stop. I was there. I think you were there.
Was I?
I think you were.
I don't remember.
So, what do we got for Ultimate RC Speedway?
I like this. Ben Max and BL2 is like the LS swap for the RC world. I'm gonna LS. I love that.
Thursday night, points race. Ultimate. 13.5 Mudboss. Jim McKeon. Myself. Mike Saladay.
Salad Man.
13.5 Sprint. Kyle Horning. This guy here.
Oh, that's me.
Myself. Keith Fletcher.
Remember when TJ said, quasis don't work, and then he went faster with them on.
He did. What exactly did he run? Should we compare times?
They were like identical to ours.
Let's see here. Well, first, let's see. What did he run in qualifying round 1?
Clappy.
13.5 sprint, first heat, 1-2. TJ finished 6th with a 6.127, 90% consistency. Kyle Horning, you won that with a 6.044 with a 98% consistency.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did that consistently.
I finished 5th with a 5.924.
Whoa.
And an 86% consistency, so I didn't have a good run. Sprint heat number 2. What did TJ run there? So he's at a 6.127. We got...
You should run like this. It matches your car.
I should. TJ finished 4th with a 6.098, 95%.
He might have went slower then.
Keith Fletcher won a 5.944. Kyle won a 5.907. I won a 5.788. Not to be outdone by anybody else.
Well, are you just here to brag about this? Is this all your...
Yeah. Well, we're seeing here, like, so in 13.5 sprint, moving from those quasis, he was at a 5.9?
Something like that.
Yeah, 5.9. And the car handled better, and he ran a 5.71. So those quasis, they're just junk, aren't they? Yep. I mean, you only ran a 5.71, and you won.
True.
I ran a 5.705, though. I finished 2nd. Why does this faster guy always lose compared to you? I think you take him out.
See.
Yes.
That's what that means, Jess.
Yes. So it's 13.5 sprint with Kyle, me, and Keith. 17.5 sprint car. But guess what? It's not Phil Marabella. It's Lance Patdorf. Exactly. The crowd goes wild. James Henry. What? Then.
Remember on Thursday when we went out for 13.5 sprint? She's like, all right, up for 13 sprint. I said, and the crowd goes mild.
Yes, I remember that. Yes,
and you just died laughing. I'm still on a pole. I can't go. I'm laughing too hard.
Wait, what was the race the other day where they just sat there and you decided I'm just gonna go? The pole sitter just sat there, did not move. So you started going from like 5th place back. Where was that at?
That was ultimate.
Okay.
It might have been a big block.
Yeah, that's right. Jim McKeon just wasn't going.
He's just sitting there like,
he was sitting there. She's like, you could go, Jim. And then finally, like, you just start going. He's like, oh, I gotta go.
It might have been Fezzelad. With Preston.
That would have been yesterday.
No, it could have been. No, I was thinking Friday.
No, Friday we didn't do rolling starts.
Oh, so then it had to be Thursday then.
Yeah.
It's just nobody went. I'm like, we're not gonna go. I'm gonna go. See you later.
Well, just let you know, Phil Marabella, 17.5 sprint car. He was 3rd.
Whoa.
Crate late model, Matt Kirkpatrick, Glenn Killian, TJ Glockley.
Yeah.
The Glock.
Well, actually, he should have got top 3 now for TJ Rector.
Yeah, I know. He's a bad father sometimes. Midget, Phil Marabella, James Henry, John Pauly. Mini Mudboss, John Pauly, Jim McKeon, Matt Kirkpatrick.
Ben Maxon. Quasis don't need a bunch of work to make them good. Sup, Track Racer, and Brett Lowick. SC Quasis for OG Mudboss.
Yep. OG stock Mudboss at Ultimate. Mike Saladay, Gary Labe, and myself.
Who's myself?
Me.
Who's me?
It was me. I was 3rd. So that gets us up to speed there with Ultimate. Now, what else ran Thursday night?
That's it.
Okay, nothing else Thursday night. Let's see.
Then I'll take you back to Friday to the Pheasant Land.
To the land of pheasants. Oh, I'm the wrong thing. All right, let's go. We're getting there.
Where are we going?
We're going to Pheasant Land.
That's not that far of a drive.
Yeah, we'll be there in no time. Friday practice because we had a little bit of rain out. Kind of.
Yeah,
so we went to the bar across the street. Then we came back and we ran races. 13.5 sprint was myself, Preston Selfinger, Kevin Kuzer. I had a very fast car that was built by Russ Levo. So thanks to Preston Selfinger. Big block. Me, Kyle, Justin Reitenauer, who had a substitute driver in because Justin fell ill. So he had to tap the talents of Jordan Schweitzer to take third.
We can tell you what we did for that race. It was very fun.
I think you should.
So,
people enjoy this.
We played a game in that, me and Aaron, because Jordan had his BL2 out there, a car that just ran with a already used battery. So me and Aaron played leader runs the top with our big blocks. So basically, whoever got the lead had to go to the outside right away.
But here's the trick to that. If you don't actually take the lead and you stay underneath them and match their speed, you don't ever have to go high, do you?
No.
Who figured that out?
I figured you'd do that.
Yeah, it was a good job.
Yeah.
I liked it.
And then he spun me on the last lap. When I was on
No,
it
was not. Listen, you were up high. I went in low. You came down to defend, and I tagged your rear, and we both wrecked each other coming to the line.
All I remember,
we both went into the inside wall, and I was just inches ahead. It was a photo finish. It was a great race.
We were 3 wide for that race for a couple times. We were side by side through the corner, and Preston's like, "Go higher, go higher."
Listen,
go, and I'm like, "I'm trying. You cannot go any higher."
We had a great time with that race.
It was very fun.
So if you're ever in a race where there's only 3 cars, and you're all pretty evenly matched, leader takes the high side.
That's what I did the heat race.
Yeah, I mean that's
when you came in for an adjustment, I went to the top side.
Oh, that's right. I did go in for an adjustment.
Yeah, because I went up top.
Okay. Then I came back out.
Yeah, because I'm literally running the extreme outside, trying to throw that thing around the corner.
And then BL2.
Well, front.
I was a team owner that night, and I put Preston Selfinger in the car, and he took the OG LS Mudboss swap car to a win.
OG LS swapped Mudboss.
Yes.
With the wrong body.
He took it.
With the aftermarket body.
Yeah.
Because it had the other body on it.
It had the newfangled J body. So he took the win over Kevin Kuzer and Wyatt Young. You look good. Except I sabotaged him. I was building the handicap in for him.
Preston says Friday night strawberry habanero wings won.
Oh, if you wanted to experience a new dimension of pain and smelly suffering, it actually smells good, doesn't it? They smell like strawberries. So you got the strawberry habanero wings at Union Jack's, and you'll be farting out strawberries.
He farted strawberries, which it smelled like a fart with the strawberry scent. And then I farted when I was up there. And Jordan goes up and goes, "It freaking stinks in here."
Sure did.
I'm like, oof. And let's see. Traxxas should not even need to say OG Mudboss. Is the Mudboss class the Traxxas Mudboss is an SC mod? LOL.
Oh, I mean, them's fighting words, and you don't even know what we're talking about yet.
What? I know an SC mod.
So you want to do some 183?
Yeah.
All right, you can bring up some 183. I'm going to look up some other results while I'm here.
But I have it all set up.
Oh, wait. We forgot White Rose on Thursday, didn't we?
Did they run?
No, they ran Saturday.
Okay.
So we'll do that then.
You're going to make me unfangle this thing? I had it all set up. What the heck? And I got to look up 183. Let me look it up on here. 183 Raceway. I was there on Saturday. Okay, alright, the second race of Route 183 Raceway. 12T Mudboss Chuck Eccles, Kevin Kreiser, and Rick Nicholas. 13-5 Mudboss, which was a fantastic race if I do say so myself. I took the win over Chuck Eccles, and Jeremy Lackey was third. The best part is, me and Chuck got into a tangle. He got loose off the corner on lap 1. We tangled. We kept going. I got Jeremy. He got Jeremy. And he's just sitting there. He's like, I got to make a move. I'm going to try it. And he's throwing it in there. And he was below the whiskers on the lip. And we're driving, and we're side by side for like a couple laps. And finally coming out of the corner one time, he spun. Oh. And I'm like, whew. Because his car...
You can breathe then.
His car got better as the run went on. Mine got tighter. 13-5 sprint was myself. Jason Gasly, Trim Hornet. Jason Gasly had the better car. He just stepped on it. BL2 Mudboss, that'd be myself, Chuck Eccles, and Kevin Kreiser. Midget, Chuck Eccles, Jason Gasly. Another one, Gasly had the faster car. Stepped on it multiple times.
Ghastly.
Mini
That's what
Mud
you get for
Boss,
being a Pokemon.
Dave Bolton, Scott Trotman, and it says Mod Sprint Car, but it was just Mod everything. John Bath, Brian Price, and Jeremy Lackey. It was John Bath in an EDM, Brian Price in a Mod Sprint, and Jeremy Lackey in a Mod Late Model.
I think that class has a sequel. We'll talk about it the next day.
A sequel?
A sequel. So that takes us over to White Rose Hobbies, and they had 21.5 touring with Craig Xavier, Danny Jenkins, Jesse Castro,
John Bath, Kyle Hattrick Horning.
Mod TC, Sam Isaacs, Jason Matthews, Jesse Castro. To Maya Production, you're going to hear a familiar name. Todd Brandon, Steve Garand.
Is that him?
Barney Tan! He was tan.
Ew.
USGT, Chris McGovern, Aaron Pryor, Tony Locklear, VTA, Tito Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, not Gonzalez.
I like Gonzalez better.
Gonzalez!
Oh, look, it's Gonzalez!
Oh, no, Gonzalez!
I like it.
I wish that guy, I wish he ran like around dirt, because I'd be like, oh, no!
Gonzalez!
Barney could do it.
Yeah, you can.
Barney be good. Oh,
Let's just be looking up. No matter who he's looking at, he's looking up. He is really short, man. He was standing beside me the other day. I'm like, man, you are really small. So I had our Tito Gonzalez. It was Tony Locklear,
What did you
Bob
have,
Burns.
Godzilla?
Not here.
Oh.
So that's White Rose.
And thanks for stopping by.
Yes. Well, that brings us to Sunday.
No. Leicesters.
Oh, well, that's no Stobbs or Leicesters.
And some Leicesters. Both.
Oh, well, you better start looking up Stobbs, boy, because that's a hard one.
Where do I find that at?
You got to go to the Stobbs website.
They have a website? That's
Yeah.
professional.
Some people have to be.
Well, we don't.
No.
Star Brothers.
Leicester's RC Raceway, the Mullah Money Race. Mullah Money. It sounds like some kind of scam you're going to get from a Nigerian prince. We got Mullah Money for you. 12-team Mudboss. Rooster. Brian Strauss.
Rooster.
Kyle Strauss. 13.5 Mudboss. Oh, no.
Ow!
Wait till you hear this freaking name. You're going to flip. Scott Davies in Big Block. Dale Chrisman, Kyle Strauss. 360 Sprint, which is 13.5 Sprint to you and me. Derek Hurley. Terrence Leister. Terry Davis, we know him.
I like Terry.
410 Sprint. Aaron Miller. Ethan McCannanek. Cowboy Risser.
We know him too.
BL2 Mudboss.
I don't even know.
Brian Palancar.
I seen that. He looked really good.
Yeah, Mike West, Steve Smith. Midget, Terrence Leister. Fred Troutman. Jason Troutman.
Dude, did you know that John Bath is
Trouty.
great? Because he just told me how to find Stobbs.
Yeah, just look it up on the internet, man. I could have told you that.
No, you can't. You gotta look it up this way.
Mod Late Model.
Not Stain. Stop.
Lance Batdorf.
Ooh.
Kurt Sieber. Scott Davies. Scott Davies looked a little off the pace. Novice Mudboss. Owen Spriggle.
Oh, God.
Sean Coons.
Spriggle.
Steve Smith. And that's almost Saturday. Saturday was a busy day for racing. While you're looking up that, you want me to do Ultimate on Sunday?
Maybe.
I'll do that. Sunday at Ultimate, and then we'll come back to Saturday because we can time skip. We have the technology. 13.5 Mudboss. Matt Kirkpatrick. Justin Good. Carrie Siegfried. 13.5 Sprint.
Hey, shout out to Kerry. Hope he's doing good. He was kind of in pain on Thursday.
He was having some back issues. TJ Gockley. Howard Young. Hal Gilmer. 17.5 Sprint. Phil Marabella. Lance Patdorf. John Pauley.
How's this not working?
Midget. Phil Marabella. Les Hartzell. TJ Gockley. It's just about the same as the last few. Mini Mudboss, John Pauly, Glenn Killian, Matt Kirkpatrick. Novice Mudboss, Paul Kern, Sarah Good, Ed Wise. Savage Sprint Car, Matt Kirkpatrick, Glenn Killian, Jimmy Folson. Stock Mudboss, Matt Kirkpatrick. I'm getting tired of saying Matt's name all this time. I have to say him a lot. Glenn Killian, Gary Siegfried.
I found him, by the way.
All right, and then we can't get to the really, really big show here.
It just says I sent you the link. I already got the link. Do that. Wait, you get it? Are you done there?
I'm done.
All right. Staub Brothers. It was I forget what they called their big race here. Nitro late model, Guy and Talisano. Chris Kennedy. I think this is Domains. I assume this is Domains. We're going to say this is Domains. Jace Miller was third. Mod Sprint, Kyle Majikis, Dominic Ruggery, John Bass also sent me to, and Roman Pepperton. 17.5 stock sprints, Jody Miller, Justin Miller, and Mike Silvernail. 12 team Mudboss, Shane Miller, Joe Oak, and Anthony Pancoast. Go down. 13.5 Mudboss, Brian White, Jeff Cisney, Manuel Valderrama.
Manuel.
17.5 open late model, Jack Deerhart, Mike Silvernail, and Justin Miller. 21.5 late model, Toby Colliner, William Turney, and Brad Arthur. Sportsman 12 team Mudboss, Colby Dillon, David Worthen, and Hunter Welp. And those are your results from Stobbs.
Great.
Scott Davies says Terry Davis got robbed. Who had second locked up? Lapper junked him.
I had that.
Did you know who the Lapper? So did I.
Yeah.
Do you know who the Lapper was? Scott Davies.
Oh, probably.
It
wouldn't be him. He wouldn't drive a sprint
I can't
car.
be mad at Davies because he probably Terry brought my batteries back for me.
Okay, that was nice of him. Where were your batteries?
I bought them sprint car batteries.
Oh. So that brings us to Pheasantland RC Raceway.
How big is the Nitro Oval? I would love to have that class in my track. No idea. I've never really heard of them much.
Not many around here.
And Jesse Baker. What's up, people? Did you see the new Losi NASCAR RC car on pre-order right now? Yes, it looks awesome.
You're excited about that one.
Yeah.
But there's something else you're not excited about. We'll get into that.
What? What am I not excited about?
We'll get into that then.
I don't know about those new Mudboss.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you're that excited about it.
This cup smells like garlic.
Oh, probably. I, drink garlic juice all the time.
Makes sense to me.
Yep. Pheasantland RC race.
Whoa, Pheasantland!
On Sunday had the Father's Day race. Father's Day race.
Yeah, not Father Day. Father Day race.
You interrupted me.
No, I didn't.
You always do.
You said day. How did I interrupt Father if you said day?
You just interrupted me.
I interrupted you in the middle of what you got.
In general. You and your garlic. You and your shouting.
You have garlic.
You're shouting.
I'm not
You're shouting again.
You're shouting.
You're shouting at me. Ah! This is abuse. Oh, all right. 12T Sportsman Mudboss. Final points after twin 25s. Making his return to racing.
That's not accurate, my guy.
That is.
No, it's not.
Oh, that's not.
Because it's not overall. You almost have to do it. You have to remember it. You have to go to the pictures and remember it that way.
All right.
I know the 12T Sportsman one. Ray Horning.
Okay, go ahead.
Johnny Springs, Dave Schultz, I believe, were top three.
I don't understand how they did the points.
Because it's two different races.
Okay.
You had to add your points together.
13.5 Sprint was me, Kevin Kuzer, Alex Moyer. Outlaw Sprint, Anthony
Potsman. Anthony Potsman. I forget that guy's name.
I gave him a cigarette.
I gave him a cigarette.
And Will Lappa.
I'll look it up.
Okay, he's going to look that up.
He was a new guy.
Outlaw ADM, John Bath, continuing the win streak and won the $50 from 183 Raceway. And who sponsored that? If you win on Sunday,
it was a 183. And
after winning Saturday, you get 50,
also sponsored
50
that.
bucks.
I knew that.
Yep. John Bath, Dennis Ruth, and who's that last guy in the back? Who was third?
Dylan McNichol.
Got it.
Oh, and that other guy was Steve Tyson, by the way.
Okay. Steve. Oh, he relates to Mike.
Maybe.
All right, BL2 Mudboss. Who's that guy on the podium?
Oh, Brian White was third.
Who's the guy in the middle?
Joe Oak was second. And Dylan McNichol.
What was he?
He the winner.
Big Block Mudboss is Matt Groover.
Groover was his third different car of the day.
Dave Dries. And Johnny Springs.
Jonathan Springs.
Then Midget Sprint, Todd Ravel, Will Lappa. New guy.
Oh, damn it.
I need a name.
Oh, no, that was Jeremy Sockrider.
Of course.
We've heard that name. I forget where we've raced with Jeremy before. Maybe it might have been the factory.
Savage Sprint, Matt Groover over Alex Moyer and Dylan Moyer.
Not related.
You sure?
Yes.
Not cousins?
No.
Okay. Maybe they're married.
Might be.
Okay.
12
Team Mudboss. Ray Horning.
Pretty young.
Making his debut, Johnny Springs.
I won't say it's his debut. I'd say
re-debut.
It's his return.
And yeah, whatever. Dave Schultz.
That was it.
That was it. That was a long week of racing. So let's talk.
We just did for a whole half hour.
We got a big event coming up soon. A big event.
Preston, send me the dates for the North versus South series because you remembered them and found them yesterday.
You have 99 wins right now. You need one more to have 100 career wins.
99 documented.
99 documented wins. That's all that count, documented ones. So you're real close to 100. How are we going to celebrate that? Do I have to bring a cake to every race until you finally win it? That I can throw it in your face? And it'll make me months from now so it'll be rancid and moldy? That would be even better.
That's kind of mean. I'm not going to win in months.
You never know.
I'm not going to hell.
You could be stuck on this precipice.
Would you speak? God damn it.
You could be stuck on this porpoise.
That's not the right word. There's no way porpoise is the right word.
I like it though. Gonna stick. You could be stuck on this porpoise, just teetering on the edge.
I don't think
not able to get that final 100th win.
Porpoise. I don't think that's the right type.
No, it's precipice.
I was gonna say.
I mean, like Richard Petty got up to 200 and just couldn't get any further. And even then, that 200 wasn't really 200. It was probably still 199 because, he was probably cheating.
John Bass said strengths at Union Jack.
Oh, we did that the other day. You can do it again. That was fun. So.
I didn't think you were talking about that.
What?
I thought you were talking about this Friday, Saturday, and Ultimate has
Well, we're going to get to that when we start talking about the upcoming races for the next week. There's a lot.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
I mean, there's a big race every day for like months now. What the heck? How many big races can we have?
All of them.
All the races. All right. Well,
I didn't even know I was even close to 100 until you said it.
Yeah, I was looking it up. I was checking our stats for the year. So
I realized I'm over 100 races for the year already.
Oh yeah, you're way over that. You're way over that. Hey, guess who's not close to that on our team?
Did Brandon make 30 yet?
I don't think so. I think we should check this out. Everybody, go to RC Garage.
Yeah, if you guys
this is interactive.
If you don't know about RC Garage, it tells you all your, not all yours because it does have some missing, but usually a lot of your times you raced, where have you raced, and your results.
Brandon Growler. All right. Take a guess. How many races has he run?
48.
For the year?
Yeah.
You think he's run 48?
Yeah. Because he ran some indoor.
All right. Well.
It's either 48 or like 23.
That's quite the range. You got to pick one.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say 48.
All right. If you were on the Price is Right, you would be a loser because it's 29.
Oh, God.
Yeah. 1 win, 8 seconds, and a third. And I think you ran in a lot of classes where there were just 2 cars.
Well,
remember the one night when he was begging people to run stock car?
Yeah. And then he found out that I was tied for points.
Oh, remember the night when he had to like get like Kelsey? Who was it? Get Kelsey? What's her name? Mackenzie. Get Mackenzie and who else?
Was it
I think Sheila Weller.
It was Alec, I think.
I don't know. I thought it was another girl.
Oh no, it was either Jocelyn or.
That's right, to run stock car.
Yeah.
And he finished 3rd to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where he got that one lonely win from.
I don't know.
I don't know either. So.
Oh well, it happens.
It happens. But he's 183 overall. Let's see, how many races you got in? You got a lot.
He's 183 overall. What races?
Yeah.
I did that last year. I did 200 last year.
I know. You have 104 races for this year. 104 races this year.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah. You have 545 career starts.
And that's just documented. That doesn't count all the double races I ran. Like Pheasantland on Saturday, we were on doubles and I was winning them.
Yeah, no. No, I don't think you counted them.
It doesn't count though.
No. There you go.
Happens, you know.
So.
All right.
Some people would say you're a loser.
Yeah.
You're a loser because you ran so much.
You'll have them on the big jobs.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So let's get into talking about what everybody wants to talk about.
What? Preston Selfinger?
Smell this.
Ooh, that's nasty.
It smells like garlic.
It's nasty, man. Nasty shit.
It does smell like garlic. It doesn't taste like garlic, but it just smells like garlic.
Gonzalez!
So, no. The only one that talks about Preston is Preston.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess we should talk about the new Mudboss.
Yeah. Are we still going?
Yeah. You just drank that out of the water.
Oh, okay. All right.
So,
okay.
What are your thoughts about it? You had this whole big press release with OVRC that I wasn't invited to.
You could have went, but you were at a racetrack. I was going to ask you if you were going to go, but then you said you were going to like Bridgeport or some kind of shit like that.
Yep.
So yeah, Traxxas has a new Mudboss, and apparently everybody's now buying them. So from what I hear from you, from your on the spot reporting, you've heard a lot of people have bought these things, and tracks are selling out. So if you want one, you better get on the phone and start calling. Like you said, Park Lane was sold out completely. Trains and Lanes had 3.
The new Ready to Race SC mod. Yes. Can I put a poll up? How do I put a poll up?
I don't think you can put a poll up on live YouTube.
I think you can. You talk, I'll figure out.
All right.
I want to put a poll on.
Well,
yay or nay, new mod one.
So that's out. I test drove it. It's fine. It's really freaking noisy. Those tires are horrible.
We seen Ultimate had theirs today.
Ultimate had theirs today, so they have video of that on the track. Other than that, I've talked way too much about this thing, and I hear a lot of people angry about it, but then I also hear the other half are really excited about this. And I can't say, other than being very shocked that they have it, that I'm, not excited about it at this point.
The 15 Traxxas classes we will have. Maybe you might have to do it.
What?
I think you might have to do it because you started it.
All right, then you got to talk.
It says, that's what it says right there. I don't know about them. I didn't get to race them, but I don't really know if I want it.
No, I don't think I can do it on mobile. I'd have to do it on the phone.
No, on mobile, whatever. Yeah. Okay, people, you got to comment.
Yeah.
So this is what we're gonna do. If you want the new Mudboss SC mod Western Modified class, type yay.
Do you want the new Mudboss, or do you want to keep it just the old?
Or if you're like, I think this is stupid, let's keep what we have.
Nay.
Say nay.
N-A-H, not the N-E-I-G-H, right?
Either way, it don't matter. Billy
Okay.
Nye.
All right.
I'm not getting one that says Barney, no place to race at.
You have to say yay or nay.
This is before we did that.
All right, well, he should be getting up to speed now.
So, you are in the favor of you would get one if you need be.
Yeah, I mean, if everybody moves over to that, yeah, I'll get one. But right now, it's just, you know, we're trying to get out of that BL2 Mudboss class now. Run big block, run the sprint car, run things that are just, you know, a little more complicated. You know, there's certain, John Bass says nay. And there's certain places I don't like to run BLT.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some places I do. And I would get one if everybody else moves over to them, because that's, if you need that extra class, or if you show up at a track, well, there's no big blocks, there's no sprint cars, so I just spent an hour getting here. Now what am I going to run? That's the car you'd have. So, our people hate them. There's nothing but nays.
Ryan says yay.
Okay. Well, Brian's the outlier so far.
Palicar says nix. Like,
Same thing. Same thing.
Well, he's supposed to say mix.
You know, it mixes with the old one.
My dad doesn't like them.
Yeah, I mean, but that's because he has a million mud bosses. I mean, why does he want to spend more money on a mud boss? One that just made all of his old mud bosses valueless.
The way I see it, if this happens, I'm just gonna be done with them, and I'll just be conformed with my sprint car EDM.
If this is the thing we've talked about, if this car would have came out 4 or 5 years ago, it'd be a no-brainer. You go for that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were getting into it at the time, and you know, right now, a lot of new people are interested in it, which that's great, right? If only the new people picked these up and they started running it, that's great. There's a whole bunch of new people. There's a new class, and we got more people into it.
You all could say whatever you want, but all new racers entering into Dirt Oval will buy this and only this, and it will be a class at every track.
I just said that. All these new people will be buying it because it makes sense. It's cheaper. You got it all in one. They don't have to put anything together. They don't have to figure anything out. The rules should be limited as to, you already got a call today about what should the rules be. The rules should be limited to, like, what's in the box, how this car comes. This is the way you're going to run it.
See,
if this would have came out 4 or 5 years ago, this would be a no-brainer. But now it's like everybody's just so far involved with the old class. It's, you know, kind of, well, do you want to move over? Because a lot of people that started 4 or 5 years ago, they're moving up into different classes. So Mudboss is kind of taking a back seat for them.
So, I don't think they're cheaper. Technically, they're not, in my opinion. If they go the way you did, yes. When you went out and bought new right away.
Yeah.
But for me, looking at it, it's a $400 car with tax. You need a $40 charger that you can't get.
$45 charger on Amazon.
Okay, so say $50 with tax.
$20 battery off Amazon to get started.
You need 2. So there's $90. There's
no, you can get batteries pretty cheap.
Okay, so there's $450 right there. Add $100 for the transponder for $550. Okay.
I got into mine for $500. That's with the body, charger, batteries.
Okay, that was So you're now it's $50 more.
Yeah. And now when I did get started, I was waiting for Merkel to get his stock in and work his deal out with Traxxas.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to wait a few weeks.
And
I looked at used ones, and I didn't know any better, and like all the time I'm like, well, these cars cost $220, and these people are offering me used slashes for $170. I'm like, that doesn't seem to make sense.
But that was a slash. That wasn't a race-ready car.
I know.
Right now, you could buy a race-ready good car for $200 with a controller and everything.
You can get a race-ready car probably for cheaper than that.
I'm saying a good car, like your top-of-the-line good car, like the Groover's car.
sold his car for $200, and that's a winning car.
Yes,
you get it as it is off the track.
So now you get $200, $300 with transponder, and the $350 with your batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when I want to go out and start my hobby and go, do I only want to spend $550 and go, maybe I'll stick with it, or I'll spend $350. If I like it, I'll stick with it, and then I'll upgrade to a new one.
Some people are going to go new no matter what.
I agree, but it gets those new guys go, I'm thinking about doing this. Or, I'll spend the $300 for my kid to get a new car and go play with it. It'll look cool. Not, $500, $550, that's a lot of money.
Well, Brian Palancar, these are different Hoosiers. These are not the Hoosiers you run now on Big Block. These are a completely different Hoosier. They're a nice looking tire, but they're a lot stiffer and nowhere near as soft as the Hoosiers we run from the aftermarket.
And, okay, with these cars, where are you putting them?
They got to go in class by themselves.
Okay.
It's a /4x4 that's a 2-wheel drive.
So, okay.
With a Midwest modified on it.
So, what are we going to do with them? We're putting a brand new kid that takes this into a class of Mark Claus and Bill Osborne and Kurt Nicholas.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just going to put them in there.
That's the way it's going to work.
Because
we need another novice class.
Because they're going to be like, okay, can I run intermediate? Well, no, you can't.
There isn't one.
There's not an intermediate.
There's not enough people out there to run.
There's not.
We got 5 people that showed up with this new car. You want to run by yourself an intermediate?
And then,
but we do that now. People don't show up for intermediate. We throw them as 12T.
But at least they're the same car.
Yeah.
Okay, and now
they're going to have to just run with those guys.
And they're not going to be able to compete because you're going to have a guy like those 3 guys right there, and not for their own for knowing how to do it.
Well,
here's my thing. They're going to go up there and go, well, you got to soften them tires. I have to what?
Yeah.
What do you mean soften them tires?
They told me that too when I started. They're like, what? How?
But yeah, okay. Well, then you got to do this. Well, then you got to do that. Well, you got to do, dude. I want to buy what happened to me buying a car and racing it? Well, you can, but you're not going to be competitive.
Yeah, well, that's the way it is now. So we're just recreating the wheel. That's what you're saying.
The new Traxxas Hoosiers are $25 mounted, $20 unmounted.
Yeah. Well, Brett's been looking it up. I mean, we'll see. I mean, there seems to be a lot of people interested in it, so we'll see them start showing up. I think Mark said the 21st, so that's this week. Well, apparently people already have them. So, I guess we're going to start seeing them next week. Because it doesn't take anything to get it ready. Just put a battery in a race.
I thought the way it should be is for the brand new guys to get into it.
Yeah.
Not your experienced veterans.
No, they do not say Davies. They do. Davies says, Kyle, you're a new guy looking to get into dirt oval. You stumble onto Pheasant Land or Alpine. First, do those tracks say, hey, do you want to buy a used car for $300? Or do they say, buy this off the shelf? They're going to say, buy this off the shelf. Plus, too, you got a lot of people going online and go, oh, I want to do some of this Mudboss racing. They're going to search Mudboss, come up with A Main Hobbies, Amazon, and be like, oh, look at that. There's a Mudboss.
But who
has the body on it? I'm going to click buy.
Who stumbles into a hobby shop anymore? You're going to look online. And you're going to go on Pheasant Land page and Ultimate page and go, well, this, what you're running, is not this.
I stumbled onto it.
You're telling me you didn't look online at all?
Not really.
Well,
I just looked up, like, hey, where's RC racetracks at?
Most guys are going to look up and go, okay, I could get a car here. Bam.
Yeah, because I don't have Facebook.
You think cars are going to sit on the shelf at the hobby shop?
No, I don't think so.
SR10s are.
Yeah, because nobody races those. And this is the thing, is it's just a flash in the pan, because we know how, no offense, people, but we get all happy about the new stuff when it comes out, and when it's different, we all go, that's great, jump onto it, and then year and a half, 2 years later, it's like, nobody bothers.
SR10.
They still stick with the mainstays, because, SR10.
Went for the biggest class we had at Pheasant Land to 3.
But it was never that big outside of Pheasant Land.
No, but now we're still don't have any now.
And that was the problem. We took our SR10s with the Ultimate to RJs, and any time we raced it, how many cars did we race with?
White Rose we had a lot. We had a good bit.
Yeah, White Rose is one of the few exceptions.
But they died
now
off.
The factory did get some,
yep.
But that was that guy who bought basically all of his friends' SR10s, and then when he went away, the whole class went away.
John
That's when Rob Storms was riding the walls.
Agreed. Rookie offering. And then, okay, mini Mudboss. Mini Bosses, I had 2 of them. But they're slowly going away.
Yeah. Remember you told me to buy one and I never did? Yeah. Good thing I didn't listen to you.
So I mean, we have a really good car for a rookie, and the rest of us should run a truck. No, the rest of us should be in 13.5 and BL2, the regular stuff. This out of the box should be for a new rookie kid.
What we got, we put a lot of time and work into, and they run pretty good for what they are. I mean, we got to really get these 2 cars head to head and see how they go. I haven't seen lap times out of them at the local tracks to see how they compare. So I'd like to see that. I know when I drove one, we didn't do much to it, but it felt heavy, and it didn't feel quite as fast.
I don't see what is the need for it.
Well, here's the need. Some big company said, hey, how can we increase sales on this already existing product that we've been making for decades? How can we increase sales and make more money? That's the need. More money.
Okay, and now...
Hey, we could take existing parts, throw a new body on it. Now, where, everybody's complaining that this certain company has never supported oval, they can say, now we do. We gave you a whole oval car ready to go. And it has all the good stuff in it. I mean, it has all heavy-duty parts in it. Now, do we need all those heavy-duty parts? Probably not. I think the biggest issue with this car that everybody has that's been in this for a while, and this is what it's rubbed people the wrong way, because Salvas has been putting out these rules for a decade. Now, Mark did say somebody actually invented Mudboss before Salvas, but Salvas has been putting out these rules and trying to enforce them and keep them current.
That's the next thing. Who's come up with the rules for this?
Well, that's the big problem. So Salvas came up with these rules and enforced them, and everybody followed them for a whole North American continent for a decade. So he put a lot of time and effort into this. They didn't consult him. People are offended by that, which I can't blame them. But at the same time, if they would have came to all of us and said, hey, we want to give you a Mudboss out of the box. How can we do that? We could have said to Traxxas, like, well, what if we just made all of them low CG cars? What if we put an upgraded servo in it? What else would we need? Those shocks would be great. If you could give us a good tire like the Hoosier tire. I mean, the Hoosier tire is probably not going to be bad out of the box compared to those stock hard Kumos. If you can give us something like that and a body and give us a, here's the thing that really rubs people the wrong way, especially up here. It doesn't have a Northeast modified body. It's got a Midwest modified. And some people, that's why they say this isn't a Mudboss. This is a Midwest modified. It's an SC mod, which, I don't like the look of that body. It looks all right, but I don't like it compared to our Northeast modified. Do you, Kyle?
No.
No. I mean, it's not bad looking, and they did a really nice job with it. And with that clipless system, it looks really good. But
if you look at the body, it's flimsy.
Yes, it is.
And I was watching a video of it. You almost have to cut half that body way well out.
Because it is really low.
It's going to hit, and it's really foldable. So, are we allowed to do that now?
I don't know.
Are we going to go out there and go, well,
here's what you're saying.
We need a ruler because you cut 2 inches of your wheel well out. You can only allowed to cut 1.
Well, and here's the thing with those shocks, you don't need limiters.
Nope.
Because you can change the ride height there, and I think we should probably keep it without limiters.
And you know what people are going to do? Oh, can we put heavier springs on it? I want to put a heavier spring on the right rear to go better.
Here's the thing, and this is where you're right. What's the rule set for this? There is no rule set. There's nobody enforcing a rule set.
No.
The only way this will happen, Traxxas gave it to us. I guess they pushed to put this into Chili Bowl because now Chili Bowl's doing Mudboss, and this car is part of that. It has its own class there. It has its own class. So if Traxxas goes out there and starts supporting the racing in these big national events and start holding them for their new Mudboss, then they can start creating a rule set. They're the only people that could really do it, and who's going to listen to anybody to come up with a national rule set? Every shop's going to come up with their own. Right? Some have already said this is an SC mod and will run as such.
Right there. If the body had a late model body, I think it'd be more accepted. They run them pretty much everywhere in North America. Yes, if they would come out and said this is a late model, this is replacing the crate late model class.
But here's the thing.
It would have been perfect.
Here's the thing. The problem with that. Traxxas doesn't care about late model because guess what has the name recognition? Mudboss.
No, it doesn't.
Not crate late. There's the Traxxas Mudboss class. Everybody knows that. Everybody that's RC racing knows about the Traxxas Mudboss class. Yeah, they know they're crate late, but they'll go, well, that's just a Mudboss. That's a Mudboss with a crate late body. And you know, we looked at it. We put a late model body on it. Yeah, it'll go right on there. And the nice thing with that is you put that clipless body system, mount that on there, boom, there you go. Done.
But the crate late model, it's not a Mudboss. It is not a Mudboss.
It's built the same. But I could take my Mudboss and put a late model body on it. And you've done it with a high CG chassis.
I'm saying the car they built is not a Mudboss.
No,
it is a Western modified.
Yes.
If they would have put a late model body on it, every single person in the country that knows dirt racing knows what a late model is. Everybody. They should have come out and said, "Here's your race-ready car."
Here's the thing: they're trying to get into a pre-existing class that already exists that's popular. What is more popular, Mudboss or crate late?
In RC racing or real racing? Because
RC racing,
probably Mudboss, probably sprint car at that point.
No, if we're talking Traxxas-based classes.
Okay, Mudboss.
Okay, so what would they want to glom onto?
But why?
The most popular one.
But it's not.
Because it means more money.
But if it's that popular, then why would they copy the body?
Because they're from the Midwest. That's why. So, they're from Texas.
So we're copying half the thing and not doing it fully? This is stupid. If we're going to copy it, copy it.
Well,
don't go, well, it's not the same.
They're probably looking at it like, what's more popular, Northeast modified or Midwest modified?
Midwest modified.
That's what they're looking at. And where are they at? It's the Midwest.
But if they're going by that, they should just put a late model body on it. Because late models are more popular everywhere.
But Mudboss is more popular than late model for the Traxxas classes, isn't it? And here's the thing. They want to make money. Mudboss is more popular. It already has name recognition. You throw the name Mudboss on it, people go, oh, that's those Mudbosses they race. The new guys that come out. What class do you tell them to go run first? If they come out, I've never raced before, but this looks like fun. What class should I run? Should I run one of those mod sprint cars? Should I run a late model? Or should I run one of those Mudbosses? What are you telling them?
Mudbosses, but now I'm not.
Okay. You're going to tell them run the Traxxas Mudboss?
No.
You're going to tell them 13.5 Sprint?
No, I'm not going to tell them to run Mudboss. I'm going to tell them to run the OG Mudboss.
Okay.
Because you're not going to compete.
The Traxxas Mudboss.
Yes.
Yeah. So. Yes. Traxxas don't give a crap. They say, hey, this name has recognition, and if we put that on it, we got that instant recognition. It's a dirt oval racer. It's a modified. And to them, do any people at Traxxas, are they really race fans?
Probably not.
Do they know? Probably not. Because I remember when I got back into this, and I'm like looking, and I see those Midwest modifieds. I'm like, oh God, is that how they look now? That's ugly. And I was glad to see like people had like real modifieds.
My biggest thing is the people that are just going to get into it are not going to be able to compete at all.
But they're
going to come up and go, I thought it was box stock. Why do you have a $500 controller when I got to run the stock one?
Listen,
well, no wonder you can turn better.
I agree. I have to say, I would love to see them go with the stock controller, but Davey's brought up a great point. What about those left-handed people? You got a left-handed person, they're going to be trying to go like this. They can't compete at all. So you're telling me is
Traxxas doesn't care. Well, no.
Traxxas doesn't like left-handed people.
Well, then it's not out of the box.
I know. Listen, I'm not arguing with you. I'd love to see it on a stock controller. I think really these manufacturers, they should, hey, you're left-handed, send your controller, we'll send you a left-handed one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they should do.
Okay, well now we went from out of the box stock though. Well, if you would have put a $500 upgraded controller in,
remember SR10s? Like how
fine.
bad those controllers were, and then all of a sudden people just started showing up with better controllers.
And what happened to
And
that
it's
class?
like, well,
They're
they're running better than I am now because of that. So
Yeah.
then when I went to it, I'm like, well, this handles like a dream now.
Yeah, and
So-
it killed it. So now we're gonna go to well now you know that out of the box car. Yeah, it's out of the box, but you're not gonna compete. So you better go spend another $300 on your controller, or $250,
let's
so you
face
can
it.
compete.
I mean, Pheasant Land's a little bit of a different situation. Like, BLT, there's still a few top running guys in there, but for the most part, it's mainly the novice guys that have been running, haven't they? They've bumped up, they're running BLT, so that's what's in there.
That's also one track.
Yeah, one track. Then, you know, Ultimate doesn't really get novice anymore either.
No.
Factory really they weren't getting too many novice either, I don't think. So, you know, it's just what it is.
I think
I
it's
mean,
stupid.
That's why I would rather myself I'd rather wait until that class builds up to the point where it's eating into the OG Salvus Mudboss, where it's like, okay, well, you see the writing on the wall, that's what you go to.
My other thing
Right now, there's still life left in Mudboss, so go with that. The only problem with all this is, I have a feeling like the new Mudboss, that's probably going to take over. Because it's going to be so much easier. Guys like it. It's really not a bad car. It's not a bad deal if you're buying a new
So what
one.
we're going to have is 3 guys in 12 term, 3 guys in crate late model,
the
3
big
guys in
problem.
crate late model, 4 guys in BL2, 5 guys in this new class.
Well, we got that now, so we're going to have more of that.
Now we're cutting it even more.
That's the biggest problem I see, is that with the introduction of this new car, and Preston counted them up the other day, and there were like, I don't know, something ridiculous, like 12 or so.
Davies, why did SR10 die?
12 or so classes are Traxxas Mudboss base. So now we're adding another one in there. So could this just kill off Mudboss altogether?
See, this is where me and Davies disagree here. It died everywhere else because of tires, and it died at Pheasant Land because the racing was horrible. It did not die at Pheasant Land because the racing was horrible. Everyone that bought a freaking SR10 wanted to go kill each other. Just because you showed up 2 nights and wanted to not kill each other doesn't mean that wasn't made for.
So,
if you were there a weekly guy, you know everyone that ran a freaking SR10 did not give a shit and tried to kill each other in that class.
and you look at our old videos of the circus that was. So there's Traxxas, Novice Mudboss, Rookie Mudboss, Intermediate Mudboss, 12T Mudboss, BLT Mudboss,
Mini Mudboss,
13.5,
Mini
Mudboss, Crate Late, Savage Sprint. What else? I'm forgetting something. Vintage.
Vintage, yeah.
What else did we throw
Stock
up?
car.
Stock car. So I'm at 11. So I mean, this will be like the 12th class. That's the problem. But this class is so different.
Savage Sprint's dead.
Yeah, this class
Crate
is
late model's dead. Stock car's dead. Vintage car dead.
Yeah, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying we're throwing this new class, and I agree with you. We're throwing this new class out there, and well, could that just kill Mudboss altogether? Because now there's going to be an even huger division, because you can't take that car and run it with the others because it's just so freaking different.
John Bath, Aaron, you're in a sprint car now. Don't go backwards.
I know, I read that. Thank you, John. But you got to have a Mudboss. Just, you know, you go to a track, you travel an hour.
It died.
They got 2 sprint cars. Well, I don't want to run that. Well, we'll just go into Mudboss. That's what you do, right? I've always noticed that. It's like, well, Mudboss is the class they always have.
Then it died at Pheasant Land because the announcer didn't stop the carnage. The reason we had SR10s was because of the carnage. That's why we all had them.
That SR10 bodies were $70, $80, and no one else wanted to switch to anything else. The tires were also horrible. Yeah, I mean, they tried switching the bodies for outside. I mean, but I think the problem was people were afraid if we switched the bodies, switched the tires, well, we're just going into a street stock situation, and then it's going to become street stock. But I don't know what the problem is with that. But then again, there are a lot of guys that just came out. They just wanted to take that car out of the box, throw it down on the track, and just have a demolition derby.
That's what it was.
And I know people complain that there was a lot of wrecking in that, but those first 2 years, those guys did not take it that seriously.
And we had 15 and 20. And then guys took it serious.
Yeah.
And we had 3.
Yeah.
So what killed the class?
It was a demo derby.
So what killed the class? Guys taking it too serious.
Well,
or the guys demo derbying it.
I look at it as it wasn't really a viable class outside of Pheasantland or White Rose.
No.
You couldn't go race it really at Ultimate. One time when we went for the Racer Appreciation Race, there was a decent amount of SR10s, but other than that, they really didn't get many.
I even think White Rose became a demolition derby at a point.
Yeah, they wrecked. Yeah.
I mean,
that's caused that. Yeah,
because
like John said, here and gone. It's the new hotness, and then it disappears.
SR10 was like the unbreakable car. Everyone's like, we could go beat the hell out of it, and it won't break.
No matter what, it's just it had its moment. Now they're coming out with a new upgraded one, but I don't see a lot of guys going to it.
You need to understand how hobby shops make money. They create a class to get people to buy the kits and product to make them. They run them a year or two until the market is saturated.
Yeah. Well, I mean, really, at this point here, there are so many mud bosses out there. You don't have to buy a new Traxxas Slash. You really don't. So, I mean, it's like I said, Traxxas wants to make money. And the easiest way to do it is throw some lipstick on a pig.
Mark's Enduro class was huge back in the Birdsboro days. The only rules were stock Traxxas tires and a 12T.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. It would be fun. But I don't know. I just... It's where the new people are going to go. They're going to sell a lot of them. And eventually you're probably going to have to switch over to it. Or it's just going to kill that
and they don't... The hobby shops, okay, if they don't have a... Do you guys have a mini Mudboss? I do, yeah.
It was huge for 3 weeks. The Enduro class, Mark?
So, my thing with all this is, okay, if it's a hobby shop, yes. But most hobby shops have a racetrack. Where do they get the racetrack? Where do they get the money from?
Most hobby shops don't have a racetrack anymore.
But I'm saying...
Around here, we're lucky that we do.
Where do they get their money? Where do they get their money at? Selling parts? Selling cars? Or entry fees?
Well, they usually get it entry fees for the ones that we go to.
So if you can't run your BL2 anymore, your Mudboss that you have all this stuff with, and you had to go buy a new car, and you're like, well, I'm not buying a new car because I have to start all over.
A lot of people might.
But I'm saying, if they don't, and then your Mudboss guys that you had 15 to 20 guys, because everybody's a Mudboss car goes, I'm not racing this anymore. And we lost 10 to 15 drivers because this new product, yeah, it really made a lot of money.
It doesn't make sense if it kills off all the old drivers and just brings in new ones, because like we've seen, new drivers don't last long.
Nope.
5 new drivers a season, you'll be lucky if 1 or 2 are left 2 years from then. You'll be lucky if 4 out of those 5 drivers will race next season. So, it's really this is really one of those businesses where it's harder to bring in new customers than to retain them. So it's easier just to retain and try and get them happy and make them keep racing. So, I don't know.
No, what do you do with BL2 then? That's a question.
The Salvus Mudboss. We just keep running it until it dies. That's it.
Okay, but then
eventually, if this car takes off and becomes its own class, it eventually could become more popular than the Salvus style Mudboss.
And what's going to happen?
And if that happens, that class will die off because everybody's going to want to move to the preeminent Mudboss class. But without a national rule set, how's this going to work? Someone's got to take charge of it.
Davies, you're wrong.
What?
It isn't at entries. Yes, it is. You make more money on entry fees than you do parts.
Parts. We're talking parts.
And cars.
Well, not every hobby shop's the same as Pheasantland. I mean, Park Lane makes more money on other things.
Preston Selfinger. A hobby shop makes $50 to $20 on a car. Not a lot of profit on cars. $350 for them to buy it. $370 to sell it. And I know that from when I had a shop.
Well, how's Park Lane do it then?
He also does a lot of racing.
Yeah, he does.
But he also sells like Park Lane's a giant hobby shop.
Yeah, sells a lot of stuff.
Everything.
So yeah, I mean, you know, like we're talking about, you're talking more about less hobby shops and more race shops, like a Howard or a Merkel. White Rose sells a lot of things outside of RC. So
the people complaining about this car don't belong in this car or Mudboss anyway. Where do they belong then, Davies? Crate late model?
he loves that crate late.
That's what I don't understand.
Listen. This class will only be as popular as it needs to be. That's it. So maybe eventually it'll take over. Maybe it won't. It's that simple.
So, my next thing is, what's the next class going to be? Mod BL2 Traxxas Mudboss? So then we can put the shocks and LCG chassis on it?
Well, certain shops might do that.
Sounds like
Certain tracks.
sounds like we need another Traxxas
But
class.
here's the problem. Once you do that, you're no longer legal to race anywhere else. So then, you know, and this is the thing we tried to explain to a few people at Pheasantland. Because they were complaining like, oh, why can't we run this part? Well, we can't run that part because the national rules say you can't. So, well, if we open it up to those parts, people from outside the track won't come. Remember when we didn't have a battery roll? You could have any battery, and people said, we don't want to come out there because you guys are running cheater batteries. We're only running 50C.
And what did that change? Did we get anybody? No.
We did for a little bit, but now the big track is kind of, that's where everybody wants to run. They don't want to run the little track. So, and you probably would complain about the big track.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Everyone drives a progressive on that track now.
Everybody likes that track. And now when we have the little track, not many people show up anymore, do they? Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we got Preston and Davies fighting, so that's always a good thing. So,
Oh, well.
I mean, so we haven't seen too many yays or nays here.
Pheasantland confirmed 3 mega class, ready to race with stock controller. Mike and Chad both agreed that would be a good start. So,
Yeah.
what about the left-handed guy?
Mark, you ask Mark. Mark's the guy that would be in charge of the rules.
So the left-handed guy you just can't race. Sorry, there you go. You're not racing tonight.
I agree with John Bath. Maintain the Mudboss rules as they've been historically. I wouldn't go changing the Mudboss rules, the Salvus Mudboss rules, to adapt to this car. That's just chasing waterfalls, man. Yeah.
But okay, but then
Are you talking to Davies?
No.
Oh, which
like
one?
Todd couldn't run it. You a 13.5 sprint Mudboss would be for a year or two to learn and do something real. Davies, how long have you been in this?
He's been doing this for a long time.
And what does he run on Ultimate?
He runs a crate late. He's trying to run a mod late model, but nobody shows up. That's the problem with the more advanced classes. They don't show up.
There's nobody in crate late model either.
No, there's not.
So
I mean, we really have to have the last few nights at Pheasantland, there's only been a few 13.5 sprints. There's only been 3. It's not worthwhile running. I mean, but
there's also only two.
The
There was 2 big blocks.
Yeah,
That's the advanced Mudboss.
I know. That's the problem. There's not many.
So
the BL2 is really where they're all at. So that's what I'm saying. Like, well, this new car could just make a bigger problem where we now don't have enough classes
for anything,
enough people to run anything.
We went from real small classes to no classes.
Maybe. That's why I said this car could kill the whole thing. There's no longer any entry level. Now it's all purpose built, and you're only going to be able to run once a month because the only tracks that are open are backyard tracks because all the regular hobby shops have closed up and they no longer support a racetrack.
Mm-hmm.
That could be the problem. So, and that's where if Traxxas is going to go through with this and support it, they got to go out there and start making up a rule set. Start supporting these local shops to get them to figure out how to build a track to get guys racing. But do you think we'll see that? Do you think we'll see Traxxas doing that? Supporting national events not just a Chili Bowl, but all over for this class, because that's a good way to promote it. And then working with the local shops to say, hey, what can we do to get you a racing program going so you can get people to buy our cars and race them? What do you think? I mean, that would help, wouldn't it?
You would hope, but...
But do you think they're going to do it?
No.
No. That would help, but I don't see them doing it.
Traxxas is not making a rule set.
No.
So who is?
Yeah, who is? Every local shop, so then that way these new guys buy it. They're going to... What is that, Riverview?
Yeah.
Riverview said this is an SC mod. They're going to go, I'm going to buy my car. They race it at Pheasantland, then they're going, I'm going to go to Riverview. And they're going to go to Riverview and be like, well, that's an SC mod. Okay. And then they run, why are those cars so much faster? Well, they're an SC mod, and so is yours. Yours is a modified car. It's not a Mudboss. But it says Mudboss. No, it's an SC mod.
David,
that's what we're running into now, so this ain't good. This ain't good at all.
I see crate late as a step up class, not a 12T built to new track. I think it's a step down. The late models are more easier to handle.
No, Brett, that wouldn't work. If they flip-flop between purpose-built and Traxxas classes, then you got a lot of confusion. I mean, we got enough confusion now with people trying to figure out, are we running the big track this week or the small track this week? Are we only going to run the big track with this and only with that, or what are we doing? So, you do that, and like, you also kill at Pheasantland, you would kill 3/4 your entries per week.
And then,
because only 1/4 of the entries have purpose-built cars.
Rule set. Mudboss, ready to race, stock controller, SMC, modified, Mudboss battery. There you go. All right. How does Todd
I agree.
How does Todd Ravel race it? How does Brian Strouser race it?
I agree, Mark. But are you going to get Hoagland's to adopt that? Are you going to get Underground to adopt that? You're going to get Full Throttle to adopt that? Are you going to get tracks out in Ohio and Erie like Mad Dog? Are they going to adopt that? Are the tracks down south going to say, Oval RC came up with the rules for this. This is what we have. So Oval RC, you better get on this because you could be the new king of Mudboss.
So here's my next thing. How do you tech gear shock oil?
You can't.
So if I go out there and put 100 weight in my right rear so that I get this thing to turn.
Someone's going to say, well, that feels really stiff. But other guys are going to say, yeah, prove it. Well, how do you know what's stiff and what isn't? Maybe this shock's just bent.
Yeah.
I mean, there's gray areas. We've heard about that a lot.
And okay, so we're going to the RC Chili Bowl with this thing, but we're not going to have rules. Okay, great idea.
Yep. So somewhat, and who's going to say? Listen, if there's shops out in Texas and tracks out in Texas where Mark Santa Maria runs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have these shops and they come up with their own rules. Are they going to sit there and go, why does this Oval RC think he can tell us what the rules are? We're going to run it this way and they're going to like it.
Traxxas has a new 5235C hard case battery to run with the stock Mudboss. All right.
Yeah, it's 35C. We'd all get SMC Mudboss packs because that's the way to go. So
is the rule going to be everyone's run SMC modified pack?
No, it would probably be that everybody has to run a Traxxas 35C pack.
All right, go buy new batteries now.
I know. I'm not doing that. That's where I draw the line on this. I'm not buying new batteries, especially Traxxas batteries. Oh, God. They don't even have a balance plug. How am I going to charge those things? Those are junk. Yeah, but Salvis was able to get everybody to adopt his rule set. So Mark, how does that work? Who's going to set the rule set here, and is everybody going to listen to that person? I could give you the task of, Kyle, it's your job to come up with rules for this new Mudboss and get everybody to listen to it. Who's going to listen to Kyle? Besides these people.
Who wanted to take the time to tech all 4 shocks? What if you have 10 cars? That's 40 shocks to tech.
Well, Joe said they teched the crap out of them at Staub's this week, so.
One of the rules at the tracks I run is that you have to have stock metal trans gears, and they're really going to pull the transmission apart.
Yeah,
yes,
they have.
RJs have. Everyone has that stock rear, and they have pulled rears apart.
Yep, we saw it that one time. They had pictures of it, and the guy still had stock grease in the rear.
John Bath. Should be Traxxas, everything. Batteries, chargers, radio, cars, tires, etc.
Well, then I'm out. We got to have batteries and chargers. I'm out. I'm not buying a charger for that and a battery. So, well, let's hope like whoever sets the RC Chili Bowl rule set up, that's the rule we all follow. That's the thing. You got to have everybody follow the rule. You can't just have like, you know, well, this shop's going to run this shop's going to run that, and then, you know, before you know it, one, like I just said, one shop considers it an SC mod, has to run with them. How's that going to compete?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got to be fair, and it's got to be for everybody, or else people, especially new people,
again,
are going to be very disappointed when they find out. Well, how come I can run my car here, but I can't run it there? You're saying it's not this, and I can't. It's not a Mudboss, and I can't run that class. You can't run a Mudboss class. I have to run with these modified cars.
Don't forget.
Then they won't show up.
Brett Lowen. Don't forget a Traxxas thong too.
I got that on. You got yours right.
No.
I mean, Traxxas paid us this week to wear their thongs. We should show them off for later in the show.
You got paid?
Didn't you? Oh wait, I kept your money.
Oh, wow. I don't think they're gonna pay me. I'm not on the Glock of Traxxas. So.
Oh, well. Oh, wait. Our other guy was.
Yeah.
Oh shit. We lost the guy getting paid by it. So.
Yeah.
And that's why we're, you know, not.
This is why we're not sponsored.
That's why we're not endorsing it all the way. I think it's great.
But it's a spec gig. No reason to support another manufacturer with this new platform. Give all your money to Traxxas.
I mean, it's not a bad car, but it's just why now? Why 10 years later? Eventually, Traxxas Salvus Mudboss will come to an end, and people won't be interested in it, and something new hopefully will come along to replace it. But like, why 10 years into a run? Hey, listen, you guys have been running with antiquated equipment for the last 10 years. Let's upgrade you a little bit. It's been running with antiquated equipment for the last 10 years. I mean, come on. That truck ain't fucking been... That truck's been around.
Yeah.
That truck's been around more than, you know I'd hate to say some names, but more than so-and-so in a truck stop parking lot.
Aaron, the different rules for Mudboss at each track has already been a problem. That's nothing new.
But, you know, around here it's all Salvus Mudboss rules.
Yeah,
that's where we are. I can go to any track and, you know, the car's legal.
Every track we've raced at, our cars have been legal.
Yeah, and if we go up north, the only problem we might have going into New York is that we would need a Salvus body. So, I mean, there's really never been that much of a big issue around here. That's why at Pheasant Land they wanted to get rid of the RPM parts and the over 50C batteries because it was causing an issue. So, and there's no difference with the RPM parts, you know that.
No, I don't like. Nah, they're just stiffer.
Yeah,
I don't like them.
It doesn't matter. It's never, you know. Watch tomorrow night. We go out and break every freaking hump. So.
Christ, I don't know why the new tracks didn't have aluminum.
Yeah. No, I don't see Salvus making rules for this car either, Mark. I mean, Salvus feels like he's been bitch slapped. And in a way he has, because they just bypassed him. But then again, they bypassed all of us. They didn't ask us, well, hey guys, you've been running Mudboss for years, especially a lot of these guys that have been doing it for 5 years or more, didn't say, hey guys, for this Mudboss, what should we do? What would you want to see? And they, you know, if we could have, they could have came up with a car where people that have been in it for a long time, they can either buy a new one or they can just upgrade their old one. They don't want to see the upgrades because, you know, that doesn't pay as well. But, you know, it wouldn't make every car obsolete.
If you went to Traxxas, they came to you and said, what should we do?
I'd say put a low CG chassis on it because everybody can upgrade to that. Makes the handle better. Give us an option for those shocks. Those shocks are great, aren't they? Wouldn't you have metal adjustable shocks so you didn't need clips anymore?
Oh, yeah, probably.
That would be nice.
Okay.
I would want an upgraded servo because it would be nice to have a Metal Gear servo to start. Wouldn't it?
Sure.
Okay. I would not change the steering to what they put in there. I would say if you're going to do anything, just take the stock bell crank, make it aluminum. Because that other steering sucks. I certainly would not change the rear because that's just why. Do you blow rears apart?
No.
I don't either.
So
I don't need that much rear. I like a big rear, but I don't need that kind of rear. I don't really need the upgraded axles either, because have you broken an axle? No, I haven't either. Do I need upgraded A-arms? No. Have you broken an A-arm? No. Most people haven't.
So
now the hubs and stuff, yeah, they break, but they're not that terrible. That would be it. And it's just like, give us a real modified body.
So,
give us two options. Put out there the Midwest modified and the Northeast modified.
So this is,
and then you could even do an asphalt modified if you wanted to.
Somebody's mad at me. So either somebody's very mad at me or agreeing with me.
Oh.
No, not either.
No, there you go. I mean,
so
mine sound reasonable. I would say also, like, those tires, those would be a great upgrade from the stock tires. If we all had to run on them, they're not as hard as the gumballs we come with the fucking, what are those things?
What?
Those stock tires.
Kuma?
Those stock Kumos. Those things are freaking jawbreakers. They're better than that, and we can always soften them. I would like those tires. That'd be fun. Does that sound unreasonable?
So here's
would you have a problem with that? Because then you go, well, I can upgrade my car to that.
No.
Okay.
But this is my big brain, small brain idea here. Go to your sponsored Traxxas guys. You know,
there's none. There are what, like Mark Santa Maria? He doesn't race.
There's definitely guys out there they could have contacted.
Racing Traxxas, like, that are sponsored by Traxxas.
Yeah.
Who?
How about that name right there?
He's not sponsored by them. He does video promotions for them.
He's sponsored by them.
He's not sponsored as a racer.
Okay.
Neither's Dave Peak.
Okay.
But if they would have went to Dave Peak, what would Dave Peak have said?
So this is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
You go to Dave Peak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's a good place to start.
You take a base setup. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Go, Dave. This is what my car is. Okay. Put a Mudboss body on it.
So, Peak Boss by Traxxas.
Yes.
I don't think they'll do that.
Why? It's a say ready to race car.
Because guess what? They would have to share those profits.
Why did they?
Because it's out Peak Boss.
No, they didn't have to make it a Peak Boss.
Yeah.
They could have made it a Mudboss.
Listen, I say the setup's always subjective. And most of these guys, especially when we hear about these people going down south and they have the complete, pure as snow stock class. No limiters, no change in tire, no change in controllers. Like, they don't, putting limiters in there, that's not a big deal.
But lower the car, have your high center of gravity chassis, like every other Mudboss out there. Put the body on it already. Put everything. Put the bumper that everybody else puts on.
Traxxas will never put a body that's built in pieces like that.
Then manufacture their own.
I wish they would. That'd be great if somebody would go out and actually
keep your idea of the Western modified, but do both.
Right. I agree.
Have your high center. Keep the Traxxas shocks that you have because everybody has them. Because now you go out there and go, hey, I could go buy a ready to race car for a certain amount of price and go, yeah, I can be competitive. And I do like the tires. I agree the tires would be cool. Mm-hmm. Because then you get rid of then you actually have a Hoosier tire. You're putting truck tires on an RC on a Mudboss. It doesn't make any sense to me. But put the Hoosiers on and keep it the exact same. It'd have been perfect.
Yeah.
It would be your ready to race Mudboss.
We both agree, like, it didn't need to be as extreme as it is. Where it's a completely radical, this is not the Mudboss we know, to something completely different. And that's the big issue a lot of people that have been doing this have. And like a lot of guys, you talked to one tonight that said, yeah, I already ordered one. I bought one.
And I mean, like
there's a lot of guys that like this. But it's like, what does it do to screw up the classes that we currently have? For
us, we didn't like the RPM stuff. Did you like it when you ran it?
I ran it indoor.
But I never like.
But when we went this year to BLT, that was off the table. Couldn't run it, so we had to run all stock parts.
I did not
and we did all right.
I did not like RPM. I did not like how it made the car feel.
Here's the thing: the more experienced drivers don't really worry about those parts. Why?
Because you don't hit the wall as hard.
When we started out, we hit the wall really hard. Mm-hmm. So, but when you get more experience, you aren't really having that much of an issue.
But yeah, if they could have had a lower car, just super simple. 500, 600, 30 weight oil.
Yeah.
Get it lower. Okay, you want to update the servo? Fine. You don't need to. Don't put the stupid new rear in that nobody needs.
Yeah.
You know, and okay, do you want the I don't think you needed the shocks. You did. If you would have loaded it by yourself and guys were like, okay, what
I
should
like
I
the
do?
shocks because it would be nice just to be able to crank down on stuff and having those stupid clips. They're a pain.
Yeah.
No, that would be nice. And here's the thing, you know, this is also probably what Traxxas is looking at. That slash chassis is really old. One of the reasons why they put the BL2 in it is because the market demands that. The people that are buying Traxxas slashes, I want to have a brushless motor. I don't want to have this stupid brush motor. What does a 12-year-old kid say? Oh, you got a brush motor. You're gay. That's exactly what they say.
Exactly.
So, you know, so they want to have a brushless motor. See, I'm not gay. I told you. So, you know, they need to bring that car into the 21st century. So, like, you know, if they put a low CG chassis on it, it's just like, okay, we're offering you a little more modern vehicle. I mean, look at how these purpose-built cars, how they change every few years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if they didn't change every few years, they wouldn't be competitive. But at the same time, too, guys want new stuff. And that's part of this, like, guys want new stuff. They're like, oh, this is new and different. I like that. People like something new and different. I think adding a few upgrades to it wouldn't be bad.
I like
Bring that thing into the
sounds like you
21st
guys will be
century.
buying a new one.
I'm not rushing out to buy one. I mean, $380. That gets you into a Custom Works car, doesn't it?
Very close.
Mm-hmm. $380. I mean, a couple $100 more. You got your GFRP. $380. What other classes can you get into if you've already been in it? That's the thing. We're looking at it from the point of view of people that are already in it. There's a lot of other things we can go race.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's out there now? Couldn't you go out there and buy some kind of midget kit for $400?
Probably.
Yeah. You could probably buy a late model.
That's
late
that's
model
the way
kit.
we see it. We're looking at it
Right.
as our idea is.
Right.
It should be if you're going to do it, that's the rookie class.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not your experienced driver's class.
And eventually, when it just takes over, that's when you get one. It's like, okay, well, you know, we're going to have times when we're just going to run Mudboss because there's not going to be enough. You know, you go out there like Davies. He's been struggling to run late model at Ultimate. Nobody shows up, so he runs Crate Late. That's where it's like, okay, well, he buys the new Traxxas, puts a late model body on it, and he runs that.
That's going to be the biggest problem.
What?
Guys are going to be like, well, can I put this body on it? Can I put this body on it?
That's going to be the big problem because it's like all of a sudden, double late models.
There's already been
double big block classes.
There's already been one guy. When can we put parts on my Slash? When can I put these parts on my Slash? When can I put these parts on my Slash?
They're just being dumb.
Like,
I'm sorry, but they're being dumb.
Brett Ludwig, you can buy a midget for $600 ready to race with electronics.
Yeah. How many buy them for indoor season? You go let them buy it. I'm not really race indoor. It's going to probably be on dirt this year.
How many buy them for indoor? Only rookie could buy these. That's what it should be, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not going to work that way. And experienced guys are going to get them because guys they like them. It's not a bad car, but it's just it screws up everything.
Yeah.
That's all it does. It screws up everything. Yeah, but I mean, you know, you're talking to people like that are already into it. They probably already have a lot of that stuff, and you know, guys that are into. But
Brett, I like Brett. Every post, every single post I seen.
Yep. But had to have somebody buy him new hubs because his are RPM.
Oh.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Because he was illegal. Damn it. I'll morph into everyone using them over time. It'll morph. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, that's where it is. I don't need to rush out and buy it because, you know, if I was going to go out there and rush out and buy something, I would have bought one of those GFRP sprint cars when I told your dad, you buy one, I'll buy one. He finally bought one. But I bought one before him, but it was already ready to go. I mean, before I spent $380, I mean, you know, I see Park Lane's going to start on-road racing this weekend. Saturday, just to update anybody who wants to go on road racing at Park Lane inside on the carpet. And, you know, the segue into places that are racing. Saturday is the Paws and Claws at Ultimate.
Claws for Paws.
Claws for Paws at
Friday
Ultimate
and
charity
Saturday.
race. Friday and Saturday.
Friday's a regular show. Saturday's.
Sunday, RJ's is doing a show.
183 is doing the show Sunday.
RJ's is doing a show, right?
Yep.
Is that a charity race or some kind of race?
No,
just fun. But we're coming up on June 30th, the Racer Appreciation Race at RJ. So please, people, go out to that because I want to go race that.
I guess go all the way up there to see the dates for the.
Yeah, we got to start talking about something other than this Traxxas Slash because it's just pissing you off.
It's after 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's after 9 o'clock.
July 28th and 29th is coming up very quickly. That is the North versus South Series at Pheasantland and 183 Speedway.
When is it?
July 28th and 29th, I believe.
That's one hell of a week of racing, isn't it?
It's going to be a busy weekend.
Yep.
So go out there and support your local racetrack before the new Traxxas Mudboss kills them.
Smart. What other big races we got coming up?
Didn't Bill just announce there's a Mudboss thing coming up?
Yeah, with TBA. Hey, Jason, you like our post. Maybe he's watching us.
So, what are you doing that day? July 20th and 29th is Hoagland's.
Oh. July.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the north-south?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant June. Oh. And the factory will be racing Wednesday night. $10 entry per class. So, guys, the factory. 6th summer race this season. So, there you go.
Off-road racing on Sunday at Park Lane.
Yep. No, that was last week, I believe.
AJ says Park Lane off-road is racing Sunday.
I thought I saw something here. Where is it?
Atlas Midget 209, Builder's Kit 199, add by electronics and tires. I'm going to do for a new class, by the way. Mod everything.
Mod everything.
Mod Traxxas. Traxxas mod.
See, it says here Park Lane Hobbies. This Saturday at 9 a.m. Saturday on-road. That was posted 8 hours ago. So.
Oh, that's
it was posted twice. This Saturday. Saturday, June 15th, they also did Saturday on-road. Let's see that. Because I didn't think they were doing on-road this year.
Bill said, stay tuned. There's a Mudboss Mania.
Yep. And
that's going to have the brand new Traxxas Mudboss. Savage Sprint, Traxxas Mudboss, BL2 Mudboss, Lake Crate, 13.5 Mudboss, 12.2 Mudboss. Jimmy, a crate late model is an LCG or HCG chassis.
Yeah, it's saying, but it also said June 15th and there wasn't anything there. But it's saying this Saturday. Am I wrong with saying that?
No, that says this Saturday at 9 a.m.
Yeah. Let's check the off-road. Kyle, where are you racing this week?
I'm making my return to Pheasantland on a Tuesday. For the first time.
Just there Sunday.
No, on a Tuesday. I haven't been there in like 2 months. When is that?
Yeah, it is saying off-road on their calendar. Oh, that's July. That's July. July 14th and 28th off-road. Their barbecue will be July 6th. And they're also going to do something in August, too. So just, you know.
So, yeah, definitely going to Pheasantland on Tuesday. We're talking about going up to the factory on Wednesday.
We have been talking about that.
$10 to race. That's a pretty good deal.
That is a good deal.
We can run 3 classes.
And we can't run Thursday because don't forget, Ultimate's not racing Thursday.
Yeah, night. Ultimate is off Thursday and Sunday because Friday is their practice race for exhibition race. Saturday, Claws for Paws. Where I know I'm going to that.
Yeah.
Are you going to that?
I was going to go to it on Saturday.
Friday, I'm not racing. You'll probably be running the show on Friday at Pheasantland. Where are you racing?
Let's see. Probably Paws and Claws. Tomorrow night.
We forgot about that.
What?
OVRC Bloodline Truck Show went really good.
Yeah, it went well. Well, we didn't have our correspondent on the scene there.
Yeah. I wanted to go Friday. I was planning on going Friday. I got really busy.
I was going to go Saturday, but I texted him like, hey, is there anybody there? Because there wasn't anybody there Friday. And I didn't hear anything. Did you hear anything? I don't think AJ heard anything.
Brandon literally just ghosted us.
Yeah, we've been ghosted. Now I know how it feels. You know what? Doesn't really bother me to get ghosted.
John Bass going to 183 on Sunday.
Oh.
Where are you racing?
I was talking about that.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was. You cut me off. We started talking about Oval RC. I guess you're going to be, joining that team too, like Brandon's trying to. Mark, did you hire him yet? He wants on your team.
That's where he's at.
Yeah.
It's a Tuesday tomorrow.
Tuesday tomorrow, Pheasant Land. Friday, Pheasant Land. And Ultimate on Saturday. So we'll see about Wednesday.
I think we should go Wednesday.
We'll see. Let's see. Well, there's a lot of. What's everyone running this Tuesday? Cars. Or Mouse.
I'll probably big block and 13.5 sprint. Maybe BL2. I'm not sure yet.
We didn't have enough people to talk to people. Kyle, you should have been there. You're good at talking.
I can't because I don't have any interest in them. Can we raise them?
What?
No.
No, they're just for pretty.
Come on.
No, they're just for pretty.
Come on.
No.
I want to go.
Only if Mark buys it for $800, then we'll race it. After he gives us the cash. Then we'll drag race it. Then I'll see if you can jump a semi with your Mudboss.
I think it'd be cool because I want to sit there and race and just be like eastbound and down, load up
As you
and
go
truck
5
it.
miles an hour.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
I'd do it. MTR's running big block in 12th turn.
Oh. MTR again?
They were lined. MJ. They were lined up asking about the new Mudboss. I'm sure they were. They're like, that's a really.
There was a line 20 deep.
But you know what? You know what I had? You know what I had Saturday? I don't want it A3. I had a mile-long line looking, going, that new Mudboss is stupid. Yeah, I mean.
I know. It's hit or miss.
See?
It's either love or hate.
See John Math. Oh, snap, big rig oval racing. Hell yeah. We're doing big rig oval racing on the big track, 135 laps.
I'll take you tomorrow and we'll go up to Park Lane. You can buy your own to race it.
Why? That one just sits there.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Nah, I'm gonna run it.
Nope. I have taken out all electronics.
Not lying. Ask your bloodline guy. We can't. He doesn't talk to us anymore.
Yeah, I know. No, he's not here.
John Beth, another class. Let's go.
Strap the American flag to the back of the semi like they do at Talladega.
Traxxas Kool-Aid. Dude, that's the next car I want to buy. Can Traxxas make a $400 big rig? I'd buy that, man. I'd be sitting there making sound effect noises and everything.
Well, you could just buy the sound effects, and then you don't have to make them.
Yeah,
you can do it. You get that,
every race should have to be like the Bandit.
So you gotta have a black Trans Am?
You have a black Trans Am, the truck, and you gotta have the stop car.
You gotta have
Junior, get in the damn car!
Buford T. Justice.
That would be great. Joe would be Buford. Brandon could definitely be Junior.
Yeah.
Goddamn, Brandon, goddamn car!
No wonder he kept screwing up. I mean, if we put Joe and Brandon in the same car, Joe would wreck all the time because he'd be like, God.
See, Brenton, 3-to-1 class. Let's run an $800 big rig. Yeah. Also, what happened to promo?
Brett's on fire.
Yes.
Brett's keeping the show rolling.
Brett's like,
we're at 9:15.
Do you know why?
Because
I think Brett's working right now.
What, who?
I think Brett's working.
Oh, that's probably why. I mean, you got more time to spend when you're working. I mean, like,
he's
what else
too
you gonna
short
do?
to be Junior.
Wait,
that means AJ would have to be Junior.
AJ's too smart for that.
Get in the damn car.
AJ could be Snowman.
Snowman.
The truck driver.
He could be.
Yeah, he could be Snowman.
No, he would not be Snowman.
He knows a lot about things.
I feel like what's his name? Oh, Wyatt's dad would be Snowman. He's always got a beer in his hand.
Yeah, that's true.
Rob is Snowman.
Rob.
RJ's
Storms?
that. RJ.
Oh, okay.
He'd be Snowman.
Rob,
And Dave
Rob
Drees
Storm?
is the bandit.
No, Rob Storms would be the bandit because nobody ain't going to drive as crazy as Rob Storms.
Oh, he's back on days.
No.
Promote a track. Actually, have to promote it, not me. Well, that ain't gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen.
Eastbound down, load up and truck it.
The problem with the Pro Moto is they're terrible on oval. I don't care what anybody tells me. Oh no, they're good. They're horrible on oval, aren't they?
What?
They're horrible on oval.
The only oval track I seen them cool on was the Veslin Indoor. They're cool.
They weren't that cool. They went slow as crap.
They
had 10-second lap times. They could barely keep themselves up.
Well, they were doing wheelies and crashing, and I thought it was cool.
Well, you like crashes.
Who's Sally Field? Who's Sally Field? Yeah, I don't know.
We don't have many women to pick from. Kyle, put on a dress.
Ew.
Nobody's going to promote it because they get out there. It's a lot of money.
We'll have Palin card.
If we're complaining about a $400 Traxxas Mudboss, the Losi Pro Moto is what, $500?
I think so.
And it doesn't handle at all. So yeah, I don't see that
Kyle
working.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't see that working. I mean, a Razor race, Razor scooter.
Yes.
I mean, you get that momentum going. You're going downhill. You'll be going real fast. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. So what other cars should they come out with and sell that, we could complain about? I mean, we're going to need something in 3 months because, everybody's going to forget about how unhappy they were and not have anything to talk about.
Can we do like they did it with the Atari ET
Let's
game?
look at what's dying off.
No, and put all the 10 classes in cars for Veslin in one.
And then we'll dig them up 40 years later. And then we'll put them in a frame and sell them for $5,000.
All right, so we're putting vintage, super straight stock because they're dying.
All right, so let's look at what's dying off. Savage Sprint.
Super straight stock.
Mini Mudboss, would you say?
They still got some of them. They were pretty good indoor.
First Capital, I think, has some.
Yeah.
We never had enough to have a B feature, though.
No.
I always look at it, does it fill out a full field?
Then Big Block's dead then, too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Big Block, it's hard. I don't know why. People just don't go with it.
Well, I'm going to say vintage. Stock car, Savage. What the hell was the other ones?
Crate Late
model. That's dead at Veslin.
Dead in most places.
Yeah.
SR10.
SR10, there's 5.
Euro
Truck.
Euro Truck's bigger on road, but even then, TTO2 Spec Racing takes it over. There's guys that bring out the Euro Truck and they just never really make out.
Wingless. So that's probably that'd be a cool race.
What?
All of them together.
Yeah.
All right. So
I know everybody thinks I'm crazy, but I was like, well, have that catch-all class. It's run what you brung.
Everything, pretty much everything but OG Mudboss and Mod Sprint.
Yeah. No, not Mod Sprint 13.5 Sprint. That usually, you get those where the Mod Sprint travels. They don't stick to one track.
All right.
But just have a catch-all class. Like any Traxxas car, put it in there. Well, it doesn't fit the rule. Well, there is no rules, so just throw it in there. So if you're not a Mudboss, you could run it.
This is what I'm going to say. We're done talking for the night. We can do it again next week. We're going to end with the big surprise No Brandon song, but a country version.
This would be the montage of Brandon. See pictures of him just sitting there smiling. And then we would end on him, his great song.
Grandpa on the porch whittling wood with steady hands. Ain't no hurry in our town. Time here ain't got no plans. Tractors humming in.
What the heck?
See, what are you shit?
This sucks. We're going about the other one.
Yeah. Cage is trying to bring back vintage.
Always thought he'd be around. Never thought he'd let us down.
Can't you just tell it to change the tone of that?
No.
Sing a country.
Said he'd show up every time. Now it's just an empty rhyme.
Wait, it's still one of the OG Mudboss.
Oh. I'm not going to find a podium picture of that. Just in case, because guess who we're talking about.
That's a great idea for the radio show. I'll post it later.
Days go by, still no sign. Wonder where he draws the
Look, he's got a trophy.
Days go by, still no sign.
That's like this week.
Oh, that's great. Hey, we had 35 people and we have 25. Yes, I will make a song with the new Mudboss. And
I don't think I can find a podium picture with Brandon anymore. I don't think I can.
your photo just go that far back.
I don't think that exists anymore. I think
Hey,
that was erased from the internet.
There are 25 of you here, and I know you like the show because it was very controversial. And we went for an extra 22 minutes. So like it right now. Like it. There's 10 of you. There's only 11. I am not leaving until you hit 15.
Could I show pictures of Jason Durr and say it's Brandon?
Sure.
People won't know.
Yeah.
A lot of pictures of
Wait, is that Brandon?
No, that's Brett.
No. Oh, that's Brett.
Brett, you're now Brandon.
I see the green shirt. Alright, we gotta thank our sponsors. RIP Motorsports.
Papa Willie's Traction Tonic.
KHD Speed Lab.
J Body RC.
And Race Ready Products.
Are they race ready?
They're ready to race.
Where are they?
What was Brandon's last podium?
I'm looking.
You
He'd
need-
have it right here. He'd be telling us, "Oh yeah, I got on the podium like just 2 nights ago."
You guys really need to learn OBS. What the heck is OBS?
We can, but you need a laptop. Do we have a laptop? Do you see a laptop? We don't have a laptop.
Yeah, we can't afford laptops. You guys aren't liking this stuff enough.
Yeah. Without those likes, we get nothing.
You guys need a cardboard cutout of Brandon holding some Kool-Aid. That would be great. With an Oval RC shirt
people
on?
think
With
we-
an Oval RC shirt on? That'd be great.
Do people think we make money on this?
I think so.
They're wrong.
We're not...
I think we make like a nickel a show.
Yeah.
And that's hard to split 3 ways. And it's really hard to say
He's not
through
here
a
to defend
laptop.
himself.
We make so little money, they don't even bother sending it to us. Like, we're just going to hold on to this because you guys are terrible with money.
Murphy! I scared the crap out of Murphy. And went
I'm looking. We're still. Oh well, I'm looking 6 days ago. You didn't raise that soon.
Need a new level. Give them 25 likes. See? John Bath is all for us. He's trying to get us money. Ricky Stanicky.
Yeah, dude. I couldn't go back far
There's
enough.
a PC right behind you. He said.
That's all the way over there.
That's all the way over there.
I'm not moving that. That's my computer, and that has OBS on it. I just I don't have cameras hooked up to it.
Let's see if I can find.
I don't have a way to control it from over here. I would need a producer.
I'll be your producer.
Do you know how to use a computer?
Yeah.
Do you know how to use push buttons?
Yeah.
Do you know how to make it not crash and do things?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think not.
Man, you're right. I cannot find a podium picture.
Nope.
Guys, if anyone has a podium picture of Brandon,
AJ says they are absolutely running off-road this Sunday. He has posted on there.
I found a picture of Brandon.
I showed him. It said on-road. So I don't know what he's doing. AJ, you better tell
hey,
him.
found one!
You better tell him that he needs to.
There's Brandon.
Wait, let me see. That's not Brandon.
Is that Brandon?
Close. Wait, when was that from? Open that up. When was that from? How far did you go back?
It's on here.
If Boots was there, how long ago was that?
October 1st, 2023.
Wow.
So that wasn't his most recent win.
That was his last win?
No.
Oh, that's ancient history.
All right, people. We're saying goodbye.
All right. I'm working on.
Mark's going to live tomorrow, Fageland.
Oh, good. I like when we go
I
live.
thought Brandon was the producer. That's why we'd never see him. Would you hit finish?
You're still talking.
I'm...
Is there any more questions?
No.
Someone else just asked something.
He stood on front of the wrong podium.
Yeah, that's true. He probably should.